Welcome back to the channel Official History of Coins. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something. Have you ever held a handful of change, looked at a coin, and just felt like there was more to it than its face value? That gut feeling, that tiny spark of curiosity, is exactly what we're talking about today. First up, we are looking at a single coin, a 2000 Sacagawea dollar produced at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a clear little P. Now, many people will tell you this coin is only worth $1, but here's the secret. That is only the beginning of the story. A coin's official face value is just a number printed by the government. Its real value is decided by a much bigger, more exciting market. The U.S. Mint introduced this golden dollar in the year 2000 to honor Sacagawea, the incredible Shoshone woman who guided the Lewis and Clark expedition across the vast American frontier. It was a big deal, meant to be a durable, easy-to-use alternative to paper dollar bills. The Mint was so optimistic about its success that they produced over 767 million of these coins at the Philadelphia facility alone. But here, the plot twist that changed everything. Despite the massive production, the public just didn't adopt the coin. Vending machines weren't set up for it, people were used to dollar bills, and most of these 767 million coins ended up sitting in bank vaults, completely untouched by human hands. Because of this, a huge number of them survived in absolutely pristine, uncirculated condition. And that pristine condition is a goldmine for collectors. If you have a standard 2000p coin in perfect, mint-state condition, professional grading services like NGC tell us it can already sell for up to $375. That is 375 times its face value. That is incredible for just a coin sitting in your pocket. But the real treasures are the errors. When you're dealing with millions of coins being struck at high speed, mistakes happen. And in the world of coin collecting, those mistakes are what separate a common coin from a life-changing fortune. The most famous and valuable error is called a mule. In 2000, a press operator at the Philadelphia Mint accidentally loaded an obverse die meant for a Washington state quarter onto a Sacagawea dollar press. The result was a coin with George Washington's face on one side and the Sacagawea eagle on the other. These mule errors are incredibly rare, with only around 18 known examples in existence today. Just how valuable is a coin like that? A 2000p Sacagawea mule error has sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $144,000. Another top-grade example even sold for $102,000. That is not just pocket change. That is a down payment on a house or a brand new car. There's another famous variety you need to know about, the Cheerios Dollar. To promote the new coin, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to put 5,500 Sacagawea dollars inside boxes of Cheerios. But here's the key. These promotional coins were struck with a prototype reverse die that has much more detailed tail feathers on the eagle than the standard coins. Finding a genuine 2000p Cheerios dollar is like winning a small lottery. These specially detailed coins have sold for prices ranging from $11,700 to over $34,500 at auction. It's an incredible premium for a coin that originally came in a cereal box. Now, let's talk about the errors you can spot with your own eyes. One of the most famous is the wounded eagle. If you look closely at the reverse of your coin, you might see a distinct raised die crack that cuts diagonally across the eagle's belly and wing. This unique flaw can transform a common coin into a collector's item worth $200 to over $1,000, depending on its condition. Another error to look for is the speared eagle. This variety shows two spike-like aberrations stabbing through the eagle's breast. It was caused by a different die flaw during the initial production run. Any coin with this distinct visual error is instantly more valuable and sought after. You should also be on the lookout for double die errors. Grab a magnifying glass and inspect the date, the word Liberty, and the headdress feathers on Sacagawea. If you see clear, noticeable doubling, you have a rare mint mistake. A certified coin with this error is far more valuable than an ordinary one. Sometimes, the value comes from something as simple as a perfect surface. A 2000p Sacagawea dollar graded MS69, which is nearly perfect, can already be worth up to $5,100 all on its own, without any special errors at all. The condition of the coin is everything. And then there are the truly unique, one-of-a-kind errors that break all the rules. For example, there is a known 2000p coin that was accidentally struck on a silver-colored Susan B. Anthony dollar planchet. This unique mistake sold for $16,800 in 2022. Another legendary story involves a 2000p Sacagawea dollar that was overstruck with a Lincoln cent design. The cent design was stamped right on top of the Sacagawea. Only one such error is known to exist, and it sold for an astounding $35,000. So, what is the absolute maximum value this one coin could have? We've talked about $375 for a perfect standard issue, $5,100 for an MS69, $34,500 for a Cheerios Dollar, and $144,000 for a mule. But the PCGS, one of the top grading services, estimates the theoretical value of the finest known mule error to be a staggering $200,000. This single 2000p Sacagawea dollar in your possession has the potential to be worth $200,000. That is not an exaggeration. That is the real-world value that collectors are prepared to pay for the rarest of the rare. The difference between a dollar and a fortune is simply knowing what to look for. This is the moment to take action. Do not spend this coin. Do not lose it in a drawer. Every single Sacagawea dollar you find is a ticket to an incredible adventure. Go find that magnifying glass, look at your coin with fresh eyes, and examine every tiny detail. I want you to feel that thrill of discovery. You now hold the knowledge to find a true hidden treasure. The potential for a life-changing windfall is not a fantasy. The evidence is right here, proven by real auction results. Your pocket change could be worth more than you ever dreamed possible. Next coin, this one specific coin, the 2001 p Sacagawea dollar produced at the Philadelphia Mint, carries a history that turns ordinary pocket change into pure excitement. When the United States Mint introduced the Sacagawea dollar in 2000, they were hoping to create a durable, golden-colored coin that Americans would actually use. The obverse was designed by the brilliant sculptor Glenna Goodacre, capturing the powerful image of Sacagawea with her infant son strapped to her back, a design meant to honor the young Shoshone woman who guided the legendary Lewis and Clark expedition across the American frontier. The reverse, created by Thomas D. Rogers, features a majestic bald eagle soaring in flight, encircled by 17 stars representing the states in the Union during the time of the famous expedition. By 2001, the Mint was still striking these coins in massive quantities, and the Philadelphia facility alone produced an incredible 62,468,000 of these golden dollars. But here is where the story takes a fascinating turn. The public never truly embraced the golden dollar. People were simply too comfortable with the familiar paper dollar bill, and vending machines were not set up to accept the new coin. As a result, millions upon millions of these 2001 p Sacagawea dollars sat untouched in bank vaults and Federal Reserve storage rooms, never seeing the wear and tear of daily commerce. That massive production number, over 62 million coins, might make you think this coin is common and worthless, but that would be a serious mistake. In the world of coin collecting, a coin can be extremely common yet still carry enormous value. The key factor is condition and the presence of errors. The 2001 p Sacagawea dollar is so abundant that circulated examples are still only worth a single dollar or maybe $2 at most. But the moment you move into uncirculated territory, the value begins to climb. Let me show you exactly what this coin is worth today. A standard circulated 2001 Sacagawea dollar in average condition is worth about $1 to $1.50. If you have one in uncirculated condition graded MS63, it can sell for approximately $3. At MS65, the value reaches around $3.20. And at MS67, we are looking at values of $89 to $104 at auction. That is already a nice premium over the face value. But this is where the numbers get truly exciting. A pristine 2001 Sacagawea dollar, graded MS69 by PCGS, has sold at auction for $646.25. And the same MS69 grade has been known to command prices as high as $3,738 in third-party firm sales, with an average price of $1,551.53. Think about that for a moment. A single coin that was minted by the billions and largely rejected by the public is now worth over $3,700 simply because it survived in near-perfect condition. And then there are the errors. Errors are where common coins transform into life-changing treasures. The 2001 Sacagawea dollar has several known error varieties that can multiply its value dramatically. One of the most significant is the improperly annealed planchet error, where the metal disc was not properly heated before striking. These error coins command prices ranging from $119 to $499 in MS66 to MS68 grades. That is a fantastic return for a coin that you might have found in your pocket. You also need to look for die deterioration doubling and rim misalignment errors. These occur when the die used to strike the coin begins to wear out, or when the planchet is not perfectly aligned with the dies. Even in circulated condition, these error coins are highly sought after by collectors who pay significant premiums to own these minting mistakes. Now let us talk about the absolute maximum value this coin can achieve. In MS69 condition, we have seen verified sales reaching $3,738, but the rarest of the rare, the perfect MS70 grade, is the holy grail for this issue. While PCGS reports that less than 100 examples are known to exist in MS69 condition, and none have been graded higher, the theoretical value of a perfect MS72001 Sacagawea dollar would be astronomical. In the world of modern coins, perfect scores command prices that can reach 5 figures or more. The record for a 2001 Sacagawea dollar stands at $5,750, achieved by a top-graded specimen. That is nearly $6,000 for a single coin that started as pocket change. But can this coin be even more valuable in the future? Absolutely. The 2001 Sacagawea dollar was the last year these golden dollars were produced for general circulation, before the mint shifted to collector-only issues in 2002. That makes the 2001 a significant historical marker, the final chapter of a failed experiment in American coinage. As time passes and more of these coins are lost, damaged, or melted, the surviving high-grade examples will only become rarer and more desirable. Think about what has happened with other modern coins that were once considered common. The 2000 Cheerios Dollar, a promotional coin inserted into cereal boxes, now sells for thousands of dollars. The legendary 2000 mule error, combining a Sacagawea obverse with a Washington quarter reverse, has sold for as much as $192,000. Your 2001 dollar may not be a mule error, but it shares the same potential for discovery. Every single 2001 Sacagawea dollar that you find is a ticket to an incredible adventure. The maximum price you could sell this coin for today, if you have the right specimen, is at least $5,750 for a top-grade example, and potentially much higher if a perfect MS70 ever emerges. And that is just the current market. As collectors become more interested in completing date and mint mark sets, and as the surviving population of high-grade coins continues to shrink, the value will only go up. This is not speculation. This is the proven pattern of numismatic history. Do not let this coin slip through your fingers. Do not spend it at the grocery store. Do not lose it in a drawer or toss it into a Coinstar machine. Every single 2001 Sacagawea dollar in your possession deserves a closer look. Take out a magnifying glass. Examine the surface for any unusual marks, doubling, or misalignments. Look at the color and the luster. You could be holding a coin that is worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The difference between a $1 coin and a $5,000 coin is simply knowing what to look for. And now you have that knowledge. You understand the history, the rarity, and the incredible potential of this unassuming golden dollar. The thrill of discovery is waiting for you. Go find your coins, examine them carefully, and unlock the treasure that has been hiding in plain sight. Your 2001 Sacagawea dollar could be the one that changes everything.